Hello everybody, this is Joel down here in the cavern with Vintage Fitness. I want to talk to you today about spondylolisthesis. Yes, many of you have this condition. Sometimes it'll be referred to as a spondylolisthesis. Sometimes people refer to it as enterolisthesis. Some will refer to it as retrolisthesis. In the end, it's basically all the same stuff. Just a matter of reference points. A lot of people will use the slang term spondylo. That is short for spondylolisthesis. Basically what it means, it's a forward or backward shifting of the vertebrae. Very common in the lower back. In fact, most common vertebrae are usually L3, L4, or L5. Those are the most common ones. And just to give you a quick example, from the side, the vertebrae sort of stack up one on top of the other, right? And they should form sort of a C-shaped curve as you look at the spine from the side, all right? But what happens with a spondylo is sometimes one of those vertebrae is either slipped too far forward or too far back. These things are congenital, which means you might have been born with a defect that leads to this. Oftentimes you don't have symptoms in your youth, but as you get older and the wear and tear effects of life start to wear on you, or injuries occur, or deterioration starts to occur, it may become a problem. It's oftentimes a problem in certain settings, maybe not all the time, but most definitely it tends to be anything that causes you to overextend your back. So, for instance, if I'm up here changing this light bulb and it's taking me a little while, that might start giving me some trouble. So it can create back pain. In acute cases, the back pain can then lead to spasms. It can really shut you down. It can also sometimes lead to sciatic type issues, all kinds of radiating pain, numbness, tingling down into the legs. So it can really be quite an issue for people. Most healthy people, if they can figure out a way to strengthen the core area, that will help to eliminate these problems. You might also have to do a little behavior modification, meaning certain things in life you may have to change. Oftentimes, high impact things. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But if we can strengthen the core, a lot of times we can minimize this issue. So the core is not just your abs, right? But it's your abs, it's your obliques, it's your glutes, it's your lumbar erector muscles, it's even things like your hamstrings. So we want to start trying to strengthen those things in a way that helps prevent us from overextending, right? We want to correct that pattern and tilt the pelvis and the lumbar spine the other way a little bit to decompress things in there. And then we want to strengthen those muscles that will do that naturally for you. So I'm going to show you a few things, and we're going to go over a few exercises, and then at the end of the video, I actually put it all together for a workout, and I show you what one round of this workout looks like, and then you can take it from there. Okay? So give me a sec. We're going to set myself up here and go over the exercise. Got my little cheat sheet. Let's go over a few things. I'm going to give you just a couple of things, very simple things. We try to keep it short and sweet. Later on, as you get good at all of this stuff, we can go over some more advanced material. But let's start with these. First thing we're going to work on is the pelvic press. Pelvic press, we're going to do, most of these exercises are floor exercises. In fact, they're all, well, no, one is not. So most of them are floor exercises. But the pelvic press is the first one. And what we want to work on is pressing our spine to the floor and engaging the abs and the deeper muscles to help press the spine down and start to stabilize it. So the big thing here is it's not technically it's not a sit-up. We're keeping everything relatively flat, and you're going to see what I mean here in a second. So, pelvic press, we're going to get down sort of in that sit-up sort of position, right? Knees bent. We want to do it with the knees bent, okay? And basically, what you're going to do is we're going to, what we call hollowing out our low back. If you see, I've got a space here. My hand can go under, right? My lower back here.
I want to eliminate that space by pressing my spine. So I'm going to tilt my pelvis and press my spine to the floor, so now I don't have that space. I've eliminated it. So it's going to press the spine down. We're not going to go fast. We're going to keep everything slow and controlled. It will engage my abs here, and then we're going to just hold it for a couple of seconds. I'll show you how to count it out in a second. Okay? And that is a pelvic press. Some people like to keep their head down. Other people like to engage their head up. It doesn't matter to me. It's whatever's comfortable for you. Okay? So here we go. Pelvic press. This is how it works. We're going to hollow out that spine. So we're going to press it to the floor. And then we're going to count 1001, 1002, 1003, and relax. And just relax. Don't snap out. Slow. Everything's slow. Here we go. Again, we'll do a pelvic press. Hollowing out. 1001, 1002, 1003. And relax. I'll show you one more. And sometimes some people prefer to hold their head up. That's fine. I am fine with that if that's more comfortable. Again, hollow out, pressing. 1001, 1002, 1003, and relax. So you're pressing only as hard as you're comfortable. Don't you're not trying to crush anything. So only press as hard as you're comfortable. Another version, let me just show you using my handy dandy TheraBall here. Another version, we can do this from the relaxation position. Here is the relaxation position. We are here, legs are supported, high up, 90, 90. So the angle of the hips is 90, angle of the knees is 90. This is the relaxation position. Takes a tremendous load off your lower back. This is a good position just to rest in occasionally, okay? But you can also do your pelvic press from this position. And for some people, this is more comfortable. So use it as an option. Whether you're on a TheraBall, on the side of a couch, an ottoman, a workout bench, whatever works for you, okay? So here we go again. We're going to do a pelvic press. So we're going to just, again, eliminate the space here by pressing. And then count it out. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. Again, head up version. We're going to hollow out. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. That is a pelvic press. All right? So that's first exercise. Pelvic press. Supine knee march is the next one. So we're going to lay on our back like we just did. Similar kind of thing. We're going to hold that hollowing position. And again, just so you can see it, I want to make sure it's clear to you guys. So what we're basically doing is we're sort of doing that. We're pressing that to the floor and almost like you're crunching with your abs, right? All right, so here's how you do the supine knee march. So we're in that same position. Here we go. First thing we're going to do, hollow out that lower back. Press it down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to march, alternating, easy. 1001, 1002, 1003. Keep that hollowed. Do the other knee. 1001, 1002, 1003. Go back. 1001, 1002, 1003. Again, if you like your head up, fine. You can hold your head up. 1001, 1002, 1003. So the entire time, I'm eliminating the hollow, right? Boom. I'm trying not to allow my back to round this way. Here. And we're holding it while we march. Okay? And only march to what you're comfortable with. So if that's all you got, that's all you got. If you want to bring it way up, fine. Bring it way up. Everybody's range of motion is different. Doesn't matter to me. The key component is holding that hollow and taking yourself through these controlled, slow motions. Okay? There you go. Exercise 2. That's the supine knee march.
Planks. Everybody hates planks, right? Well, here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do it a little differently. And here's the key. I do have a plank video on YouTube. If you want to see it, go to VFSV plank drill. I explain it very well in that. But just to give you sort of a Reader's Digest version, again, a lot of times people just kind of hang out in that plank position, right? They just kind of get and lollygag and just, just rest. And a lot of times what will happen is the back will start to sag. We do not want this to sag. That will aggravate your spondylo. And we want to work the muscles that pull it back the other way. So we have to really actively engage our core by pressing. See how I'm raising up? I'm pressing here. It's just like doing the abdominal hollow on your back, except now you're face down, so you're hollowing towards the sky, right? So we're pressing here, almost like you're trying to pull your elbows towards your toes, and I want you to engage everything else. So you can squeeze your butt, squeeze your quads and your legs tight, and drive here. So that's a traditional plank. What I want you to do is start with the basic knee plank. That is a modification. It's a little easier. Let me get here where you can see me a little better. Okay, so we're going to start with the knee plank. So I just did the long lever plank. The knee plank is the short lever. Okay, so we're here, and now we're on our knees, and now we're doing the same thing, right? So we're going to press, pull the elbows a little, 1001, 1002, 1003, relax. Don't go here. So when you get to the relax, I like to come here actually. Take a breath, go back, hit it again. Again, we're going to hollow here, 1001, 1002, 1003, relax. Or if you want to, you can come all the way up. Okay? That's the plank. So we are hitting, so we're hollowing here. It's almost like if you ever played that game as a kid and your buddy wants to punch you in the gut, right? Boom! You're absorbing the force, but you're also making your midsection rock hard. Okay? Another version I'm going to show you, simply because some people find this A, a little easier, or B, just a little more fun, because it gives you the resistance of the ball. Okay? So go get one of these. 55 or 65. Figure out which one you are. All right. We can do the plank on the ball. Same thing. We're going to rest our forearms on the ball. Do them from your knees. Okay? And then what you're going to do is, again, you're going to hollow into the ball. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. Go again. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. Once you get strong enough, which may take a while, don't do this right off. You can do the same thing. Long lever. 1001, 1002, 1003. Okay? The key always is don't let that lower back sag. No sagging. So we're not going here, right? Boom! You're always hollowing. You're always pushing your spine the other way. Okay? There you go. All right. So that is the plank. Gave you a couple versions there. All right. Side plank. Side plank. We can do this. Again, we can also do this one, both short lever and long lever. Okay? I want you to start with the short lever. Let's start everybody out on the easiest version. If they're just too dang or easy, then you can go to a more advanced version. Okay? So here's how you do the planks. Short lever, we're going to do them from our knees. And I'm going to do them the same way, sort of that pulsed version. We're not going to do any of this nonsense of holding for 3, 4, 5, 18, 20 minutes. We don't do that, okay? If you're engaging the muscles correctly, you won't need to, okay? I want you to work on your form, your technique, And don't worry about how long you can do it for. That's not what counts. Not when you have a spondylo, at least. Okay? So here we go. Side plank. Here you go. You're on your forearm. We're going to do them from the low plank position on your knees, and you will pop up. Okay? So you can squeeze your butt tight, squeeze your abs, trying to make a nice straight line here, and we're going to count it out. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. Rest. I want you to actually rest. Pop up for rep 2. 1001, 1002, 1003. Rest. Let's go rep 3. Here we go. 1001, 1002, 1003. Bang. All right? The long lever version, we're out here. Feet way out. Okay? So if you get to that version, you can certainly do it. Boom. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. Pop up. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. So eventually, down the road, way on down the road, if you get good at the pulsed versions, then you can talk about maybe holding them for longer periods, 10, 20, 30 seconds. Again, go see my plank drill video and you'll get my recommendations there. I rarely ever have anybody hold a plank longer than 1 minute, whether it's front plank or side plank. Very, very rare. Generally not necessary. Okay? So that's the side plank drill. All right? The side plank exercise. Next one I want to work on is the bird dog. And I throw this one in there because you want to do some things that help to strengthen, in particular, your glutes and your lumbar erector muscles. Okay? They are your posterior chain, or a big chunk of it. They are anti-gravity. They are what hold us up all day. It's what we need when we sit, drive, stand, walk. So they've got to be strong. You show me anybody with a weak posterior chain, I will show you somebody who's got chronic back problems. So I'm gonna show you this one. The key with the bird dog, because the bird dogs can bother a lot of people with spondylo. The key with the bird dog is to not overextend. So what I'm going to show you is a version where you're not going to see me raise my arm and my leg too high. Most of the time you don't need to go more than parallel anyway for most people, but with people with spondylo, I keep it even below that. So my hand and my leg are just going to basically just come off the floor. But you can engage and squeeze those posterior chain muscles in that position comfortably. You can also do this one over a TheraBall. I'll show you that one in a second too. All right, so here we go. Bird dogs, right here, from all fours. Again, trying not to sag. We want to be here. And the first thing we're going to do is, and we're going to do these opposite limbs, and we're going to alternate side pairing. Okay, so the way you want to do it is, first thing we're going to do is extend the right leg and the left arm. So right leg extends out. See, I'm not far off the ground, right? I'm right to here. I'm not way up here. So just extend to here. I like to point that toe right to the floor and almost like I'm kicking with my heel. All right? Then the left arm just reaches out. It doesn't have to come up high, okay? In fact, you probably won't want to. Reach out here. Boom. Keep your shoulders square and your glute engaged, okay? That's one, right? And we'll count it out from here. 1001, 1002, 1003. Replace them. Let's go to the opposite pair. Left leg, right arm. 1001, 1002, 1003. Back down. Replace them, okay? The idea is try not to get all wonky. You want to keep your shoulders nice and level. Keep your hips nice and level. It does take a little bit of balance. So in the beginning, you might feel a little wobbly. Don't worry. Keep at it. Balance gets better. Okay? So let's do a couple more just so you see. Here we go. Right leg, left arm. 1001, 1002, 1003. Back to the mat. Other pair. Left leg, right arm. 1001, 1002, 1003. Boom. That's how you do that one. Okay? So we can also do it over a TheraBall. This is where the size of your ball really makes a big difference. Because if you get one that's too big, this might be impossible. But we're here, okay? And now, ball actually gives me a little lift and supports me a little bit. So for some people, this might be a more comfortable option. Again, I still would not overextend, however. Okay, so just enough to clear the floor is all we're looking for. So here we go. Let's go right leg, left arm. Right? There you go. So we go right leg, left arm, 1001, 1002, 1003. Replace them. Go the opposite. 1001, 1002, 1003. I will warn you. Belly on that ball gives you a little lift in your midsection, but it creates a little more wobble this way. So it works some of those intrinsic smaller muscles that stabilize things a little differently, a little harder. So for some people, it might be a little easier or harder. So play around, experiment, see what works for you. Okay? There you go. Bird dogs. What we got left here? The banded hinge exercise. So for the banded hinge exercise, you're going to need one of these super bands, right? Super bands here. That's about 3 feet long or so. Again, you can get these at Amazon, right? Go get one. And I'm going to show you in a second here how to set it up and what we're going to do. So give me a second. I got to move the camera and show you. All right, so I'm going to show you how to set up the band, which is why we're doing it this way, and then I'll show you the exercise. But I want you to see, you're going to take that band, okay, take that band and see how I've got it tied to the leg of my weight rack here. I just looped it around, right? Looped it through, tied it down. You're going to want it on something very stable. Don't tie it to the leg of your kitchen table. It's going to slide across the floor. So put it around a beam, put it around a piece of heavy fitness equipment, whatever you got, something like that, okay? But that's an easy way of doing it, okay? Okay, here we go. This is called a banded hip hinge. Again, it's a great way to work your glutes, work that lower back in a fairly safe position. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. So I've got my band, and you want that medium to heavy. Medium to heavy. If you get a little light one, it won't do you much good. So it's got to be medium to heavy. Figure out what works for you. Okay? Put it on something secure. The first one we're going to do is the drag through style. So we're just going to step over the band. I'm going to hold it with my hands, and it's almost like we're dragging something through. I'm going to come out far enough that we've got, you want some tension on that band, and you want your hands to just reach through the crotch, okay? We're going to assume what we call the shortstop position here, and we're just going to go from shortstop position to the tall position. The idea is try not to, again, we don't want to overextend. We want to avoid that. So you're going to see I've got a bit of a forward body lean. You want that forward body lean. You don't want to go too fast because you don't want anything herky-jerky that's going to jam up those facets of the lumbar spine, right? So you're going to control it, and the idea is to squeeze it with your glutes, and that will engage some of your low back as well, okay? So you'll see that forward body lean. Don't let the band snap you back. Return it under good control. And we're going to hold it just like we did with the others for that 3 count. So here we go. This is the drag through method. Here we go. We're out here, right? And now this is how we count them out. So shortstop position, 2, extended, squeeze, 1001, 1002, 1003. Again, 1001, 1002, 1003. Again, 1001, 1002, 1003. That's how you do that one, okay? That's the drag through method. Some people prefer to do the banded hip hinge with the waist method. Around the waist, put the band right around your waist here. Now you don't even need your hands. So if arms, shoulder, elbow, wrist problems, just take the band here. Again, shortstop position. Why shortstop? because I look like a shortstop right here, right? Right? Look like shortstop in MLB, right? There you go. And then the extension is now without any hands involved. So you go shortstop, extend, 1001, 1002, 1003. 1001, 1002, 1003. Again. 1001, 1002, 1003. Notice I don't let the band snap me. I keep it under control. Use your hands here if you need to. That gives your back a little more support. You can even use your hands to help you push. 1001, 1002, 1003. Again. 1001, 1002, 1003. The idea here is to develop musculature that will help prevent that spondylo from doing this. That's what goes on with a spondylo. This thing likes to crank around in there. Okay, slips forward and back. So we're trying to prevent that. So we're trying to develop musculature that will help modify that for you. Okay, so there you go. That is the banded hip. All right, there you go. There's a handful of exercises you could start using. At the very end, we're going to show you in a minute. We're going to get on the floor, take you through the workout. It's simple. It actually is pretty short, goes pretty quickly, although don't rush it. Okay, take your time. Like I said earlier, maybe go every other day. See how you feel the next day after doing this. And then go one round the first 3 to 6 workouts. If after 3, 4, 5, 6 workouts you're feeling like one round is pretty doable, then you can add a second round. Just take a minute, 2, 3 minutes off in between rounds. Give yourself a chance to recover from the first round. Okay? All right, last thing I want to talk about, behavior modification. Nobody likes to hear this. Nobody likes to really do this, but sometimes you got to change what you're doing in your life in order to prevent the pain and the misery of your spondylo. Okay? So a couple of things. High impact stuff tends to aggravate spondylo. So sports like running, jumping, burpees, jumping jacks, skipping rope, jumping off the back of the tailgate of your truck. Some of these kind of things are oftentimes irritants to your spondylo. So keep that in mind. I'm not telling you can't do those things. It's all individual. Different people will respond to different things. So if you see that running or jumping really aggravates you, then let's just modify things. Maybe running isn't the best thing. Maybe hiking would be better. Maybe riding a bicycle. Maybe a recumbent bike. Maybe an elliptical trainer. Maybe battle ropes are a better choice for you. Maybe swimming. There are ways to get your exercise without wrecking your back. Let's not get in a mindset of I'm a runner and that's all I am. I'm a jumper and that's all I am. And I have to be able to do those things. Sometimes for self-preservation, we have to modify those activities. Doesn't mean you can't be an athlete. Doesn't mean you can't work out. Quite the contrary. You need to work out. You just need to work out the best way possible for you. Okay? Other things, lifestyle. Things you sit in make a difference. Soft, cushy furniture, saggy things, couches in particular, big overstuffed chairs. Sometimes things that sit too low to the ground. I have one buddy, Adirondack chairs set him off. Something about that angle, okay? Throws his lumbar spine into too much extension, irritates his spondylo. If something bothers you, don't keep going back to it, okay? Keep this in mind. Soft, cushy furniture may be aggravating you, so maybe you need to sit in a firmer chair. Maybe you need to pitch the Adirondack chair and replace it with something else, whatever it may be. Listen to your body. Listen to what's going on in your life. If something keeps aggravating you, then maybe it needs to be altered, okay? Other things, things that extend you a lot. So you may find that overhead work gives you a lot of trouble. It may mean you have to minimize that overhead work. Or maybe you need to do stuff where you are on a step stool or a step ladder to raise you up so you're not overhead like this too much to extend that spine, okay? Other things, laying on your belly tends to cause your low back to sag. Gravity's going to pull it to the ground. Okay, so if you are a belly sleeper, you need to think about other ways. A, try to get off your belly. B, maybe you need some special pillows and tools to help you. There are resources for that. There's a lot of good stuff out there these days. There are good pillows that are made for people who are belly sleepers to help them get off their bellies. So that is something to consider as well. Laying on the beach on your belly for an hour, tanning your back, may not be a good idea for you. Come up with another way, okay? Finally, weight has a big bearing on things. People ask me all the time, well, do you think my weight might be aggravating my situation? Absolutely. The answer is yes. If you are carrying extra weight, it is probably pulling things and causing more extension of the lumbar spine. That won't be everybody. Not everybody has a weight issue that's adding to their problem, but for some, it's one factor. That takes time, obviously. So no quick fixes there, but if you're asking me, yes, weight does matter. So keep that in your head as well. That's some modifications that may be made over a long period of time. Obviously, trimming down, trying to lose some weight is always helpful. It's not the only thing you need to do, but it's always helpful. All right? Okay, last thing is the workout. Give me a second. We'll get on the floor. I'll take you through the workout, and then we will be done, and you are free to pursue this in whatever fashion you want. I hope this is helpful. Check out the workout, and let me set up. Okay, so now that we've gone over the individual exercises, let's just put them all together, do a short little workout. What I'm going to say is this. When you first start out, maybe just one round to start with. Give yourself a few workouts, see how you feel, see how you react. Once you get going, if you feel like one round isn't enough, you can add rounds. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through it like a circuit. One full circuit is a round. And then if you want to do additional rounds to get a little additional work, take like a minute or two off in between rounds, and you can do more rounds if you choose to. In the beginning, I usually figure the first 3 to 6 workouts, just start with the basics, just start with one round and go from there. Remember, if any of the exercises give you trouble, if they irritate your back pain, bag that exercise for now. Work on the ones you can comfortably do first. As those get easier, then you can try to introduce the ones that were giving you trouble. Sometimes you just have to develop a little base strength before you can move along. Okay, so we're going to go through here. Very simple. You will need 2 items that I showed you in the other videos. One will be a super band here. That's a medium to heavy band is what you're going to want. That's like a 3-foot long band. So if you're looking online, go to Amazon. They have these bands. Amazon has their own brand of bands. They're inexpensive. You can find them in different resistances. For this drill, you're going to want the medium to heavy band. Okay, so you're going to want one because it's a powerful exercise. The other thing you're going to need, remember, that we showed earlier, is a TheraBall. And remember, they come in different sizes. Most people are going to fall into either a 55, that's 5'5" centimeter ball, or a 6'5" centimeter ball, depending on your height. So you can look at the height recommendations for that ball. Again, you can find these all over the place nowadays. Most of this stuff you can find at any fitness place, any online store, any sporting goods store, whatever you've got in your neighborhood. So you can usually find these things pretty handily, and they're pretty inexpensive. Okay, so you're gonna need those 2 things. So without further ado, we're gonna start. I've got my cheat sheet here. Follow along. This is designed to be a follow along video. We're gonna start with the pelvic press. I think I'm gonna do a lot of these sort of sideways so you can kind of see what we're doing. So let's start out with 10 of these. Remember, we're going to do just a slight hold. And remember, the idea is to press into the floor. Here we go.
10 pelvic presses in 3, 2, 1, begin. So press, 1001, 1002, 1003, that's 1, release. Press, 1001, 1002, 1003, release, that's 2. If you want to bring your head up, you can. Press, 1001, 1002, 1003, that's 3. Let's go for 4 here. Press. That's 4. Again. Press. Remember, pressing the spine to the floor. Release. Let's go again. Again, 1001, 1002, 1003, 6. Again, 1001, 1002, 1003, 7. Again, 1001, 1002, 1003, that's 8. Again, 1001, 1002, 1003, that's 9. And one last one, 1001, 1002, 1003, and 10. There you go, that's 10 pelvic presses. You can put your hands wherever you're comfortable, wherever it's easier for you. Some people like to raise their head to do this, that's fine. Some people like to just lay flat. Either works, okay? The idea is to press that lower spine to the floor. Here we go. The next one, the supine knee march. So we're gonna do a total of 10 and alternating. So here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and press down and hollow out that low back first. And now, march on the right, march on the left. Slow. Again, you can hold your head up if you want. March on the right, march on the left. There you go. March on the right, march on the left. That's 6. Again, right, 7, left, 8, right is 9, 10, and relax.
Okay, let's move on. Side plank. I'm going to show you the ball version. We're going to do the ball version in the video. Remember, I showed you the floor version. I showed you a couple different versions of this. Let's try the ball one. So again, we're going to go sideways here so you can see the action. And again, what we're trying to do here is almost that same kind of hollowing out drill that we just did. You're going to be doing something of this nature. So we're pushing, we're going to actually push into the ball. My forearms are going to rest on the ball, pushing in, okay? Just like I showed you earlier. So let's just do 5 of these. Again, we're going to push. We're just going to hold for that little 3 count and then relax. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1001, 1002, 1003, and relax. Here we go. Number 2, hit it. 1001, 1002, 1003, relax. Remember, we're not snapping out. We're coming out, relaxing out of it. Here we go. 3, and go. 1001, 1002, 1003, relax. Let's go for 4. Go. 1001, 1002, 1003, relax. That's 4. Let's go one more. 1001, 1002, 1003, and relax. Good. So again, if we were doing that just from the floor, right? We would be here. The knee version is the first one. And again, what we're doing is pressing here, right? Pressing. So it's almost like I'm pressing my arms down and into the surface, whatever they're connected to, the floor or the ball, right? And relax. When I'm using the ball, I actually do like to just kind of come up, catch a breath, boom, hit the next one. Okay, so there you go. 5, that's all we're gonna do, just 5. just 5. Next one is the side plank. Side plank. We're going to do 5 each side. 5 each side. So again, I'm going to go with one of the easier versions, which is the short lever. Okay. So we're going to just hold it again for that 3 count. So from your knees here, if you have to, you can use the other hand to help you as well. Okay. So here we go. In, or you can see me better. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, pop up. 1001, 1002, 1003, and rest it. Gonna have you actually rest on the floor for this one. Let's go for 2. 1001, 1002, 1003, rest it. Let's go for 3. Pop up. 1001, 1002, 1003, relax. Here we go. 4. Ready? Hit it. Pop up. 1001, 1002, 1003, relax. And then our last rep this side. Hit it. 1001, 1002, 1003, and relax. Nice. We're just going to swap it around. Go the other way now. So left side down here for me. Here we go. From the knees. We're going to do them from the knees. We're going to stay here. Do the basic one first. Here we go. And hit it. 1001, 1002, 1003, and relax. Let yourself actually rest on the floor here. Here we go. Number 2. Hit it. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax and rest. Remember, if you struggle even with this one, use your offhand to help you. Here we go. For 3 and go. Pop up. 1001, 1002, 1003, and relax. Let's go to 4. Pop up. 1001, 1002, 1003. Relax. And certainly if you're advanced, you're going out to the long lever. Here we go. Do the last one. You don't have to do a long lever. I'm just showing you. 1001, 1002, 1003. And relax. There you go. Side planks. We're just doing 5 per side. There you go. 5 per side. All right. Bird dogs. Bird dogs. Remember, the key with the bird dog, right? Don't overextend. Right leg out. Left arm. Boom. And then down. Let's do the next one. Boom. I'm going to count them. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 2. Go again. The opposite pair. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 3. Go again on the opposite pair. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 4. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 5. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 6. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 7. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 8. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 9. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 10. Stretch it out just a little bit when you're done. Perfect. There you go. Bird dogs. Done. All right. One last exercise. Let's do the banded hip hinge. All right. I'm back. Here we go. All right. Again, banded. Here we go. Hip hinge. Bring this out. A little tension here. Remember, we're going to drop down into that shortstop position and 10 reps. Here we go. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 1. Under control. 1001, 1002, 1003. 2. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 3. 1001, 1002, 1003. That's 4. 1001, 1002, 1,003. That's 5. Not rushing it, not letting the band snap me. Under control. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. That's 6. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. That's 7. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. That's 8. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. That's 9. Last one. 1,001, 1,002, 1,003. 10. Always under control. And done. That's the whole workout. All that together is one round. Give me a second. I'm going to set up one more shot here. Going to do the just a cool down at the end. Okay, here we go. Last thing I wanted to show you just at the end, if you want to do a little cool down, I like to do it with the ball. Going to put you in that relaxation position. I even like to wriggle around a little bit with it. Spend a minute or two doing this at the end if you want. It's a good way to just kind of relax everything after you've worked it out. So I'm going to do it with the ball. Certainly you could do this on the side of a couch or on a bench or whatever you have if you don't have the ball, although you should have the ball because you're going to want it later on at some point to advance through this program. But here we go, going into the relaxation position. Remember, we're up here, so our legs are in this sort of 90-90 position, right? 90 degrees here, 90 degrees there, right? If you want, you can just hang out here, crank some cool tunes, put on Sports Center, whatever you like to do. Grab your favorite comic book, I don't care. But you can just hang out here. I'll sometimes hang out for up to 5 minutes just to chill out. If you want to make it a little more active, I do like to just wriggle around and just do the knee rocks on the ball. We don't go all the way to the floor. We're just letting the ball wriggle and do the work. I find that helps to relax the lumbar musculature, okay? You can even just wriggle it in and out a little bit. Again, some people like to keep their head flat on the floor. Some people like to be up a little bit. I don't think that matters quite so much. The main thing is here you want to relax. I'll also sometimes throw in just some knee circles on the ball. And don't be surprised, sometimes you get little releases. You might feel a little pop or snap, and they're usually quite harmless. It's just things mobilizing in that spine, right? To a half a dozen circles one way, half a dozen the other way. And a couple minutes, and then you're done with the workout. And there you go. Remember, as I said earlier, you can do this. I would start with just one round in the beginning and then see how it goes. Do that a couple of workouts in a row. Like, sometimes it won't feel like much the day you do it, but the next day or even 2 days here are constantly working on that hollowing type position, engaging that core, right? Don't do anything fast, herky-jerky, slow, controlled. That's why we throw those 3-second intervals at you, okay? And do what you can tolerate. You may have to build up to things. Some things may be difficult at first. If they are, cut out the individual exercise, do the ones you can do, and do them very well. Really focus on your technique. And then after a few workouts, you can then maybe start to add some of those exercises that you couldn't do back in, or maybe you lengthen the rounds. And remember, everything is flexible here, right? So if I give you 10 reps to do, but at rep number 5, you're really starting to struggle, well then, okay, stop at 5. Use common sense. Stop at 5. 10 will be your goal. Try to get to 10 on a subsequent visit if you can. Or I keep saying visit. Subsequent workout. So those are some of the key highlights with these. So with all that said, hopefully this will help you work on this spondylo. It doesn't really, quote unquote, go away. So you've got to find ways to try to maintain it and stabilize it. You are your best tool. but this is something that you're going to want to do indefinitely. Do I dare use the word forever? Yes, over time you will get stronger and you will adapt to other things, but you're going to always want to work on that stabilization work to stabilize that spondylo and protect yourself. So try these at home. I would say take this workout, spend at least the next 90 days on it. Do it maybe every other day. Doesn't need to be every day, but 3 or 4 times a week. Start with 1 round. If you want to add rounds later on as you get in better shape, do so. But give yourself a good solid 90 days. See where you're at that point and see if you're making some progress. It can take some time, so be patient. All right, I'm Joel. This is The Cavern. Glad to have you. Hope this helps you out. Give this a try. Check back for other videos. Thank you very much.